"I'll Venmo you" is the most reliable phrase for splitting bills in current times. Is there any new payment app that can shake this hype that Venmo created? Maybe yes, because Venmo's biggest competitor is Apple Pay Cash, which might not be as popular as Venmo. Venmo has been around since 2009, whereas the Apple Pay Cash wasn't launched not long ago, almost in late 2014. Venmo became a hit with millennials, practically becoming a part of their culture. Apple Pay Cash, though newer, is catching up by offering easy, secure payments through iMessage, which makes it convenient for iPhone users. Despite its late start, Apple Pay Cash is steadily gaining fans with its smooth integration and trusted Apple security. So, let's set out to do a head-to-head comparison: Venmo versus Apple Pay Cash. Let's see if you should be using one or the other, or maybe even both for the most seamless digital cash payments possible. Apple Pay is made specifically for Apple users, working within the Apple ecosystem, which includes iPhone, iPad, Apple Watch, and Mac devices. This exclusivity means that only individuals with Apple products can access and utilize Apple Pay's services. In contrast, Venmo is accessible across a broader spectrum of devices, being compatible with both iOS and Android platforms. This wider compatibility extends Venmo's reach to users of various mobile devices, which enables seamless payments and transfers regardless of the operating system they use. The main purposes of Apple Pay and Venmo are quite different. Apple Pay is mainly a digital wallet that allows you to make payments in various situations. This includes buying things in physical stores, shopping online, and paying within apps. However, you can only use Apple Pay on Apple devices. In contrast, Venmo operates primarily as a peer-to-peer payment platform, focusing on enabling users to send and receive money directly to and from friends, family, or other contacts in their network. While Apple Pay emphasizes broader payment capabilities, Venmo is tailored for seamless person-to-person transactions. In terms of payment methods, Apple Pay and Venmo offer different options for users. Apple Pay allows users to link credit and debit cards issued by participating banks, along with prepaid cards and Apple Cash, Apple's digital payment service. On the other hand, Venmo supports bank account transfers, debit cards, and credit cards for both payments and withdrawals. Users can easily link their bank accounts or cards to their Venmo account, which enables them to send or receive money seamlessly through the platform. While Apple Pay emphasizes integration with existing banking services and its own digital wallet, Venmo provides wider options, including direct bank transfers, catering to various preferences and needs. Transaction limits and fees differ between Apple Pay and Venmo. With Apple Pay, the transaction limits and fees are primarily determined by the policies of the issuing bank or card provider. Apple does not impose specific transaction limits or fees itself. In contrast, Venmo permits users to send a certain amount of money per week for free, contingent upon verification. However, fees are applicable for instant transfers, and when using credit cards as payment methods within the Venmo platform. Both services offer free transactions using a bank account and free transfers to your bank account if you're willing to wait 3 business days. For quicker transfers, both charge a 1% fee, with a minimum of $0.25 and a maximum of $10. Venmo charges a 3% fee for credit card transactions. Apple Pay Cash recently stopped allowing credit card funding to avoid this surcharge and has announced its own credit card, though it won't be usable for transfers. Both services have a $3,000 single transfer limit, but Venmo caps transfers at $3,000 per week, while Apple Pay Cash allows up to $10,000 per week. If you're transferring large sums weekly, these limits might be less of a concern. Apple Pay and Venmo implement distinct security measures to safeguard users' transactions and sensitive data. Apple Pay relies on cutting-edge security protocols, which leverage biometric authentication, like Touch ID or Face ID, along with tokenization. This ensures that users' card details remain secure by not storing them on the device or sharing them during transactions. On the other hand, Venmo prioritizes security through features like PIN codes, multi-factor authentication, and robust encryption for data transmission. These measures are designed to fortify user accounts and shield sensitive information from unauthorized access or interception that enhances the overall security of the platform. On Venmo, you need to search for and add friends to exchange money. Apple Pay Cash simplifies this by using iMessage, which already includes your contacts. However, Apple Pay Cash only works with iPhone users, while Venmo can be used with people on various devices. In terms of privacy, Apple Pay Cash has the edge. Both platforms claim to secure your data, but consumer reports found that Apple Pay Cash performed better in areas like payment authentication, data security, and privacy. Apple Pay Cash is so private that you can't share transactions publicly. Venmo, on the other hand, functions like a social network, encouraging users to share payment details publicly. There are significant differences between Apple Pay and Venmo in terms of public transactions. For instance, Apple Pay is better for private transactions and serves as a digital wallet for individual and business payments without supporting social interactions. However, Venmo encourages social interactions and engagements by giving their users the ability to add comments and rely on emojis, all while viewing their friends' transactions. This social aspect allowed for a more interactive experience that enhances the overall communication and transparency among users, unless they would rather prefer private transactions. Integration with other services differs between Apple Pay and Venmo. Apple Pay easily integrates into various apps and websites, enhancing the checkout process for users when making purchases within supported platforms. Venmo allows users to make in-app purchases and payments directly with their Venmo balance or linked payment methods at select merchants. Both Venmo and Apple Pay integrate with external platforms, but Apple Pay is more widely integrated, supporting a broader range of apps and websites, while Venmo's integration is mainly with specific merchants for in-app purchases. Apple Pay is accessible across numerous countries globally, offering support for various currencies and partnering banks in each region. This widespread availability enables users to conduct transactions seamlessly on a global scale, regardless of their location. On the other hand, Venmo's services are predominantly limited to the United States. It lacks support for international transactions, meaning users residing outside the US cannot utilize Venmo for sending or receiving money across borders. This stark contrast in international availability distinguishes the global reach of Apple Pay from the more localized scope of Venmo services. Now the question arises, which one is more user efficient? Well, Apple Pay is ideal for users deeply integrated into the Apple ecosystem, seeking a versatile digital wallet for global transactions. Its strong security and quick integration with various apps and websites make it suitable for those frequently making in-store, online, and app-based payments. Conversely, Venmo is better suited for users looking for a straightforward peer-to-peer payment solution, especially within the US. Its compatibility with both iOS and Android devices, social transaction features, and focus on personal money transfers make it perfect for users wanting to easily send and receive money with friends and family. While Apple Pay excels in global reach and broad payment capabilities, Venmo offers a more social and user-friendly peer-to-peer experience. So, that's all for our video about Apple Pay vs Venmo. If you enjoyed our video and found it helpful, let us know in the comment section.